Okay, the next part that we want here is a pipe to stick out and then a 90-degree elbow. So we have to go somewhere where we've created these parts before. I happen to have mine right here. We'll copy this 2-inch pipe and we will paste it over here. And now we just have to line it up here. It won't be so easy to use the X, Y, and Z coordinates because we won't really know what these coordinates are. If we look at this thing here, these do not make any sense at all. And that's because this is a piece that was combined from other pieces, and those other pieces are laying around here somewhere, and the measurements relate to them and not to this. So we're just going to transform this. So we'll take this pipe and we'll transform it. We know we want to go this direction, and we want it to go up a little bit. And I don't want to take too much time on the video. You can be as sensitive as you want. You can change this increment and make it go big amounts at a time or small amounts. Let's look at some different perspectives and make sure everything is looking good. So we've got to move it up here and some other perspectives, not looking too bad. So what have we got so far? Not too bad. So one other little thing I want to show you is, well, how far is this pipe sticking in there? We could take this union and go to the view and change its transparency to, say, 50%. And now when we look at this pipe, we'll be able to see, hopefully, as it slides in there. So you can sort of see the green already. So if I transform it and we take it out here, you can see it's out, and we can push it in up to wherever we want. Hopefully you can see that on the video. And this icon here will make it kind of fit to the screen. Remember that I've hidden the grass and the cement, because if you look at this from the bottom, everything gets blocked out, and so these can just be in our way sometimes. So for right now, we'll just get rid of the grass and the cement. The next piece is a little bit trickier to get on here, and that's a 90-degree elbow that we want to be coming out from this, and then we want to rotate it up 45 degrees. So let's do that, and then maybe we'll do a couple more pieces, and I think you'll have the idea. Okay, let's copy our elbow that we need. We'll copy it and we will paste it over here. And now we have to rotate it into position. And we would normally go here and start transforming it. But I just happen to know a few little tricks that'll save us some time. I know that if we go down here to the angle and just start it off at 0, we might be able to save ourselves some time. I know that I'd like to rotate this thing around the z-axis a negative 90 degrees to kind of get these two faces lined up. So let me show you what I mean. I want it to go around the z-axis, so we're going to make this a 1 and this is 0, so it'll go around the 0, 0, 1 axis at a negative 90 degrees. So negative 90, but we want it to go around the z-axis. So the minute we do that, we're starting to get closer to what we want. Now if we transform it, we can slide it over and get it down a bit. And I'll show you how to line this up exactly perfectly in a little while, but it's real close right now. Let's take a look from various perspectives. We might want to get it a little bit closer here from the front view, so let's do that. but I'm going to show you how we get this, get this really perfect in a little while. So now what we want to do, we really want this thing going off in a 45-degree angle off and up to the right. If I put the grass and cement back in there, we want this to be going off in that direction at a 45-degree angle. So we'll do one final transform on it, and it's going in 15-degree increments, so we got to go several of them. But there's 90, and 1, 2, 3 more should be 45 degrees. So this should now be going off in the direction that we want it to go. The next piece is we'll be putting a piece of pipe in here that won't leave much pipe because we're going to stick another 45-degree elbow on here so that we can get this going straight horizontally across. And so what we're going to put in next is a little piece of pipe and a 45-degree elbow. Before we do that, I told you I'd show you how to line these things up perfectly. Let's make this hidden, and let's hide this union, and let's even hide the grass and the cement. And now when you look at this from certain perspectives, like look at it the left perspective, it's more easy to see that they're not lined up exactly right. So now if we go to this elbow and transform it, and we've got it pretty small increments here. We could make it better if we wanted to, but we'll just slide it up and in the direction that we want it to really line up perfectly. And again, you can see the advantage. If we were to change these increments, we could really get it perfect. So let's unhide some of these things and see what we've got right now. So we'll unhide this and this and make it all fit and swing it on around, and it's all starting to look pretty good. Okay, let's stick a little pipe in here. We'll just take this pipe and copy it and paste it right in here, and we'll make it just a different size, just a very small pipe. Instead of 4 inches, we'll make it 3 inches. And it'll end up sticking right in there. It's overlapping this other pipe right now, so let's get it moved over so we can actually see it. And we want to get this pipe into this elbow. We'll start with the same trick we did just a minute ago. We'll make this 0 degrees. We can get away with that the very first time. And now we want to rotate this pipe so we can get it in there. So let's take this pipe and transform it. Let's rotate it 1, 2, 3. And shift it up and over, and let's see how we're doing. It's got to go over some more, so we'll keep transforming it. And we should be getting pretty close. And I showed you the trick earlier that we can hide or actually change the transparency on this elbow. We can make it, let's say, 75%. And then we could see, maybe that's too much. Let's make that elbow 50%. And now we can see how much that pipe is inserted in there if we really care to be that specific about it. So let's just shift that in there a little bit more. So we'll just go in there a little bit further, and there we go. The next step will be to put another 45-degree elbow on here to get us going back off in a horizontal direction. Okay, I've copied this 45-degree elbow, and all we need to do is get it in position over here. It won't help us this time to do any tricks with the degrees. It'll just make it worse. So we're just going to transform this thing by rotating it 1, 2, 3, that'd be 45 degrees, and shifting it on over. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. You already know the tricks to make these line up perfectly, but since this video is getting long, I'm just going to make it a little bit better at the moment, and you already know what could be done to line it up perfectly. So here's what we have so far. Let's put the grass in, the cement. Let's get this to the right size. And we are well on our way to finishing this diagram. We've got to get all the pieces that continue on over in this direction until it finally looks like this. And I will leave that up to you.